last guy we'll talk about today, Chris Brazzell II from Tulane, redshirt freshman. Dog. Where's he end up going? Tennessee. Not the Houston. Doesn't follow Willie Fritz, right? Doesn't stay with John Summerall. Decides I'm going to go play SEC football. Yeah, I'm going to go play SEC football. And college fantasy football players, there's always a stigma, right? You have these G5 players transferring up to the Power 5 level, and they never really meet that hype necessarily. But this is just such another good weapon to surround Nico with there in Tennessee. And that's what you have to do. You got to surround your team with as good of weapons and as good of talent as you possibly can to put your quarterback in this situation where they can succeed. Right? At Tennessee, you get Brew McCoy, I believe, is coming back for another year. Right? You're gonna have Squirrel White again. You're gonna have Chris Brazzell. You're gonna have Key, right? He's coming back.
I think so.
So I'm a fan of this get, and obviously Chris Brazzell believes in the staff. I mean, they put Jalen Hyatt in the NFL, which if you can do that, you can do anything, right? So I'm a big fan. I guess fun fact about him. Well, 3 years of eligibility. I mean, that's automatically what makes him much more valuable. I think he's one of the best wide receivers in the transfer portal for that reason. I think he's undervalued for that reason. I think if you look at transfer portal ratings, there's a lot of wide receivers that are ranked ahead of him. I think you should get the eligibility bump. I really think you should.
I think that's part of the reason why guys like Dante Moore, Malachi Nelson are so high up. I believe that is factored in as a little bit for you guys, but also
but he's already a proven productive wide receiver. He was the leading receiver on Tulane this past year.
And he's also 6'5", right? Like those guys don't grow on trees. And to pair with a guy like Brew McCoy, a healthy Brew McCoy, those are two guys that are matchup nightmares. And you throw in a guy like Holden Stays, the tight end from Notre Dame, that's also heading there. It's a really dynamic offense that he's trying to Nico with, like you mentioned. And obviously Brazzell can go and get developed. I think the real miracle that he did there was get Velus Jones drafted. That guy stinks in the NFL. But for Tennessee, he got him drafted in the 3rd round. He tricked Ryan Poles into taking him for the Chicago Bears. And Brazzell, that was a good move for him. Would have loved to see him stick at Tulane.
Was that Poles or was that Pace?
That was Poles. That was Poles' first wide receiver pick.
Gosh, tough.
But regardless, I would have loved to see him stay at Tulane. I'd love to see him follow Willie Fritz to Houston. But for him, selfishly, this is a really good move for him and his family and everything he can do in the future of his football career.
Yeah, I mean, what I was interested though is I guess I didn't do a ton of research about the players that were in on Chris Brazzell. I'm surprised that Texas didn't make a bigger push, or Texas A&M. He's from Midland, Texas, which you don't know. A lot of significance in terms of football. If you've ever read the book Friday Night Lights, Midland is, kind of a lot of where that happens. Odessa, Midland, one of their rivals. So pretty cool. You look at it this way, but with the ties to Texas, I thought he might have gone to a Texas school there, but Tennessee got a good one. I thought that was a fantastic grab. You win him over some big schools, and you already have a pretty crowded receiver room, so that's all. It's a bonus. If you can just add more depth, that's just a bonus.